Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. After a series of delays, registered Filipino voters in New York or U.S. have started receiving ballots. The Philippine Consulate General in New York said the mailing of election packets have been completed and that they may cast their ballots through postal voting. Meanwhile, the consulate told those who have not received theirs to wait within this week. The COMELEC has earlier announced that logistical issues were the reason for the delay in deliveries. The New York consulate is home for over 39,000 land-based voters covering some 10 states in the United States. The final COMELEC-sponsored debates initially set this weekend have been postponed to later dates due to payment issues. Greg Gregorio tells us more in this report.
The COMELEC has decided to postpone its final debates initially set to take place this weekend. This as its partner Vote Pilipinas or Impact Hub Manila appears to still have unsettled payments. It entered into a multi-million peso deal with the Philippine Plaza Holdings Incorporated, owner of Sofitel, for 5 debates. It paid 3 post-dated checks, but 4 of which were dishonored due to insufficient funds. Philippine Plaza Holdings says remaining deliverables will be suspended until the payments are settled. The COMELEC, meanwhile, clarified that they have nothing to do with the deal between the two parties.
COMELEC is not a party to the contract. We are just an end user. Nalaman namin yung problemang yan noong mga nakaraang araw lamang.
The poll body explained why it partnered with Vote Pilipinas instead of media outlets.
With the success kasi ng previous engagements, wala kaming duda na kaya nila. It was only until now na may lumabas na problema.
Although Vote Pilipinas has yet to respond to the issue, an investigation is already underway.
Ito po ay gagawa namin ng karampatang aksyon. Mag-uusap po ang Commission and Bank. Ako po ay naghahanda na ng letter demanding explanation.
In the meantime, the COMELEC has rescheduled the debates to April 30 and May 1, but this time with a new partner, the Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas or KBP.
Be honest about it, very tight yung schedule. Tayo naman sa KBP, alam natin na this is for country. Sabi namin, sige, hanapan natin ng paraan.
KBP, which hosted its own debate in February, has around 1,000 member radio stations and TV networks. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. After its deadly 5th COVID-19 wave, Hong Kong begins slow reopening its economy as cases go down. Let's watch this.
Gyms, beauty parlors, and cinemas are among those opening their doors for the first time in Hong Kong since January the 7th. It's a first phase of relaxing the city's strict social distancing measures. Restaurants can now also host diners until 10 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. Groups will be limited to 4 people, up from 2. And theme parks like Disneyland can welcome visitors once again.
It's a relief, although it's like an in-between situation. At least people can go back to the gyms and get to meet friends again a little bit. I mean, in a group, not just, one or two parties. It's been very difficult, I think, emotionally, aside from being physically sort of restrained.
The reopenings come with conditions. Many of the venues will have to operate at no more than 50% capacity. And everyone still has to wear masks except when eating or drinking, receiving salon facial treatments, or taking part in religious rituals. Public beaches and swimming pools remain closed. Bars and pubs do too. Now, these rules may be eased over the next few months if cases continue to fall.
In essence, it's a good step forward, and let's see if we can get back to a total normal routine for everyone in Hong Kong.
As for the gym goers I spoke to today, the overriding feeling was that of excitement. And some told me they're already sore.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. At least 210 fresh COVID-19 cases were recorded on Saturday, bringing the country's total caseload to above 3,680,000. Some 61 new deaths were also logged. The health department says some areas saw an increase in infections as mobility intensified during the Holy Week. Meanwhile, another oil price hike is set to be implemented on Tuesday. DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau Director Rino Abad, however, did not disclose the amount of the increase to avoid influencing oil firms on the price hike. And Russia continues its attempt to crush the last Ukrainian defenders at a steel plant in Mariupol days after Moscow said it did not need to take the plant. The Ukrainian government, meanwhile, says the United States Secretaries of State and Defense are set to visit the country as Russia's invasion enters its third month. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.